Okay, welcome back everyone. So I'm gonna start where we left. Once you will gonna open the project in the Android Studio, the project will gonna look like something similar to this. So let's say you want to change some things in the project. You want to maybe change the fonts in the projects. You want to change, let's say, the package name of the project. Might you want to change some icons and might you want to change some images. So in this video, I'll just gonna show you how you can do that. And once you open the project, you might see some errors. So for resolving those errors, what you have to do is you can see this eShop folder. You had to expand this folder. And one thing more, make sure this is set up on the project level. So once your project is set up on the project level, you have to expand the eShop project, and in the eShop project you might be gonna see some folders and other things. So don't worry about that. What you have to do is you have to navigate to the pubspec.yaml file, and once you're gonna click on pubspec.yaml file, just double click on it to open the file. The second thing you had to do once you open a project is to click on this pub get button. And what will it gonna do basically, it will gonna grab all the libraries that are being used in your project, and it might gonna take few minutes according to the internet speed. Once it is finished and there is no error, you will be able to see, okay, everything works fine. Now all the other errors will be gone. Let's say if the errors are not gone, what you're gonna do, you're gonna just close this project and you're gonna reopen the project and everything will be configured. So that's pretty much all. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna move through some important files. I'm gonna show you how you can change stuff, and yeah, that's what it is from the set. So I'll just kind of minimize this one. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to this lib folder. This lib folder basically contains all your screens and the code for those screens. So I'll just gonna open or expand the lib folder, and under the lib folder you're gonna find a new folder that is named as constant. Expand this folder as well, you're gonna find a file that is constant.dart. So basically Flutter has all its code, all its file code, or all its screen code, if I'm gonna say, in Dart format. That's why in the first process, in the first video, we imported the Dart plugin in Android Studio. So I'm just going to click on the constant.dart button, and here you will be able to see all the constant files in my project that are present in my project. So let's say I want to change background color of my application. I can just navigate through here. I can just change the background color from white to something else. So these are only the hexadecimal values. You can just copy any value that you're going to like, and you're going to bring that value in your code, and you can just change the whole background of your application, whole background color of your application. That is the purpose of the constant file. Like, there are constants, basically you can change anything from there. So let's say you want to change that dark orange theme of your of your application. You can just go and change this light orange color, and the whole theme of your application, or whole color of your application, would be changed from orange to something else. And then obviously we have some other, and as you can see, we have commented the code, and yeah, and we have just put some constant heading fonts. Let's say I want to change the heading font size to maybe a little bit, I want to minimize them, or I just want to decrease the size. So I can just maybe type here, instead of 2030, I can just type 25. So that is the purpose of the constant file. Like, you can basically change color and some font sizes. And now what we're going to do is we're going to move to another file where I can change basically all the fonts used in my application. So for doing that, basically what I had to do is I had to go to utils. You can see this folder. Recently we opened the constant folder. Now I had to go to the utils folder. I'm just going to expand the folder, and there is a file named as utils.dart. So I'm just going to open that file, and you'll be able to see which fonts we have been using in our application. So we have used some couple of fonts there, and you can see the properties. We have used basically Google fonts, and from the Google's font we have used Poppins font in the Flutter. And if you want to change it, you can find any font on the Google if you want to, or if you want to use custom font as well, you can also use that, but it might have some other procedure to do that. So you can just change this font to anyone, and just don't mess up with the other properties, because we had just made a custom function that is being used whenever we are using the text and the other stuff. So that's what it is. If you want to change the button font, we have put it aside from the other code. If you want to change the other text style code, we have put it aside, so it's easier for you to customize things in your application. So two things, I'm gonna move to another thing. Let's say if I want to change any icons, I want to change any image there, what you had to do is you had to navigate to the asset folder. Before we went to the lib folder. Now what I had to do is I had to go to the assets folder. If I'm gonna expand the assets folder, I can see like there are some icons. Let's say if I'm gonna open the any icon, let's say this avatar icon. So you can see we have just placed a sample image there, and we can just use that. So we have placed all the icons that we have used in the icons. Obviously, when you're on the splash screen, we've used some Lotte animations. You can change them as well if you want to. Then we have some social media icon, let's say Facebook, and as well as Gmail, and we have some SVGs. So if we want to change those, you can go and replace those. So the purpose was for you to check where all those things we have held them. The second most important, the last or the third basically important thing is that we discuss if we want to change the package name of your code, what you can do for that. So basically for that, you're gonna have an Android folder here. You're gonna expand the Android folder, you're gonna go to the app folder, you're gonna go to the src. Under the main folder, you're gonna find Android manifest.xml file. If you're gonna go there. Okay, so let's say I just want to change my package name. You can see there is a package name here at the top of my android.xml file. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just gonna select it all. If I have a Windows machine, I'm gonna press Control Shift R, or if I have a Mac machine, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press Command Shift R. And once I'm gonna press Command Shift R, I had to enter the text where I had to replace it. Let's say I just want to replace it maybe dot with com dot orange door dot eshop, right? So I can just write it there, and I had two options, like I can replace it from everywhere, or I can replace it one by one. So I just want to replace it from all. So it's asking me replace occurrence 8 across files. So I'm just going to click on replace, and it'll be replaced everywhere. So if let's say if I'm going to check it's replaced everywhere, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just press Command Shift F to search in all the files, and you can see wherever the package was being used, it's now has been changed to com.orangedoor.eshop. So that's how you can change your package name according to whatever you want, if you want to publish the app, or you want to use it. So that was the method to do that. So that's what it is. So and if you're seeing any red lines in this Android folder, so just leave it or ignore them. They are just the Android Studio is trying to configure it as it's an Android project. So that's what it is. But the main point is there must not any underline in your lib folder. That is the main part. Like all your code file or your screens code or all your project code is under this lib folder. So if there is any red line under those, like you having in build or gradle, that would be a matter you had to resolve the error first of all. So that's all from Orange Studios. Thank you guys for purchasing our product. Bye bye.